Breathe out. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the That's Rank podcast, the podcast where we rank your ideas on the fly. No laughing, not yet, Ben. In and out. My name is Liam, joined tonight by
my name is Rob. Arjan Rob. No, just Rob. I think you have to earn the title of Arjan, and I'm far from that.
That's correct. And also we have...
I'm Ben, and I'm extremely blissed out and happy to be here.
Absolutely. Now, why are we speaking in such hushed and delightfully hushed tones, gentlemen?
I'm not sure.
Well, I can tell you why. I can tell you why.
I'm so zen. I've forgotten. In plans to do a meditation retreat. Where I shall be silent for a number of days.
Silent for a number of days. I am not too sure how you are going to do it, but we're just practicing with him, getting him ready, aren't we, Ben? Because we're going to be talking up a storm back here, but he's going to be over in Bali, blissing out in a lovely retreat. Oh, I'm jealous.
I call me the corruptor, but I... You'll see, Rob.
Yeah, you'll see.
But you're right, because we've previously covered on this pod that I am rigid to my diary, and everyone will be happy to know that I have not set a single item in my entire journal, my entire calendar, my entire diary. It's completely open, and I am actually just going to play it entirely by ear. So I shall do whatever the hell I want to do, and one of the options is a silent retreat, which you can do for up to 10 days, but you can also do shorter versions. And I think I'm looking at one of the shorter versions.
You could go 10 days, but you've opted for the 13-hour one. That's it. One and done. Half a day.
Exactly. I've opted for 12. At the 12-hour one, which is when they just put on the director's cuts of Lord of the Rings, and everyone just sits there and watches them. You know, let us speak.
Well,
no one would dare.
We're going to be there at the same time, so if I'll try not to take it personally. If your vow of silence is on those days,
Ben, could you do a silent retreat, Ben? Could you do a silent retreat, Ben? Do you reckon?
Yes, I could do a 13-hour one for sure, definitely,
100%. Yeah,
but then
at a stretch.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll quickly introduce the podcast. Well, we should do that, actually. So this is the That's Rank podcast, where we rank your ideas on the fly. This wheel back here will be spun in just a little moment, and we'll get a topic that has been given in by one of you lovely listeners. If you would like to give us a topic for the wheel, Rob, where can people get us? Where can people give us some topics?
They can find us at That's Rank Pod, at Gmail, That's Rank Pod, at Insta, YouTube, Facebook. They're the main ones, right? Threads is gone already, isn't it? Threads come and gone.
Oh, I think it was a flash in the pan. I'm sure it still exists in some capacity, but no, we are on there. But it's just like Twitter Lite, really, isn't it? So
yeah, it's up there in app heaven next to Mastodon, MySpace, Threads.
So
they're all
the other ones we can't remember the names of because they were that insignificant. No one knows. No one cares. Vine, exactly. Please jump on. Sorry, go on, Ben. Go on.
I was going to say Vine's. That thing's not going anywhere. That's got
done.
legs.
But please jump onto all of your favorite podcast apps, Apple, Spotify. We're on all of them. Like, share, subscribe. Jump onto YouTube. Watch us there as well. You can see all this smooth podcasting going live. You can relax for that first 10 seconds with us. Zen out. We'll start doing meditations for every episode if you like it or not. We're going to do it.
You didn't tell me about any of this. Volunteer me for this. I barely do it for myself. I don't want to do it for other people. I shall be your meditation guide.
That's quite a nice voice, actually. It's nice.
It's not bad.
A shameless plug for me too. If you missed it in our socials, we're going to be doing That's Rank every fortnight from now on. And on every other Tuesday, I'm going to be doing my other podcast called Gate 42 Travel. I'd love for you guys to come and join me over there. Go on.
I heard about this today. Mel
did you
told me
know?
about it today. Yeah, and I was like, he's a little bit of a podcast hussy, isn't he? I see what's happening.
Oh yeah, I am. I get around. I get
Putting
around.
it about. Fair enough.
Yeah. But it's all about tips, tricks, and tales from the world of travel. It's very fun. I enjoy it. Rob's our first guest, so you can come listen. Ben, you can come talk about your trips to Bali if you want. You can tell us how good it is.
I'd sure. I mean,
Yeah. Actually, it's
why
rare
I
that we
create
find
those
someone.
videos.
Oh yes, that's right.
Just so I can go, how was it? And I'm like, watch that, 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Good, got everything you need. So you being arrested? Sure is.
Wait, you got arrested?
No. It's sort of
Not this time.
exciting.
Not this
I'm
time.
just trying to
Yeah.
sell it. Although when we're there together, Rob with no diary. Oh, look out.
Yeah. No diary.
Actually, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. No
What
diary,
about,
fresh off a silence retreat. Oh, could you
Water
imagine
bomb?
the nightmare? Yeah, water bomb. There you go. You can go water sliding, bro. That'd be fun. Do the water
That'd be
sliding
hilarious.
during the silence fast, because then you have to go on every slide and not say wee.
And just do it silent.
Ooh.
Just do it totally silently. I just keep it going the whole way through.
Just like
The
massive
bar
smile.
drinking cocktails. Yep.
Yeah. So would you like another one? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. But no, please come join me over there. It's a fun one. I hope you guys come and join the journey. So corny.
Maybe we'll have some travel stories from our trips to Bali coming up, Ben. Maybe we'll have some more travel stories. About the time I went traveling without my calendar, I think I can foresee some trouble. Like you've said, like you've already touched on, I can foresee a position where I might be end up in jail and I'll be like, oh, damn it, it's the calendar.
I cannot wait. Jekyll and Hyde. I would be like, at home, he's so responsible. The calendar is all. If it's not in the calendar, he ain't doing it. Holiday Rob doesn't even know the meaning of the word calendar. He is reckless. I can't wait.
Chaos. Absolute chaos.
It'll be great.
It's a different person. It's a different person. I can't wait for you
you'll
to
be there
experience.
waiting for me, and you'll be like, "We're supposed to catch up with everyone for dinner tonight," and I'll just like won't show up. I'll just be like, "What?" Then I'll fly past on a scooter, and you'll be like, "Where's he going?"
Or Rob will be in the restaurant, will see you, but can't hail you down and get your attention. He's just like this, but he can't say anything. So he's just like waving like an absolute maniac. Yeah. And you're like, he should be here. Prick. He stood us up again.
Yeah,
Gents, should I spin the wheel?
Please do.
In that wheel.
All right,
So
I'm
then,
gonna spin the wheel.
so we spin the wheel. We come up with a subject.
Thank you,
We
Rob.
each get 5 minutes to pick our number one. Is that right? And then we battle those ranks and we come up with a shared 1, 2, and 3. And that's what we're doing on this podcast.
That's what we do. We always forget all the important stuff to the podcast and what we actually do. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is our max. That's our ceiling. If you can get your point across in less time than that, bully for you. Bully for
5
you.
seconds can be done. Can be done in 5.
I would love that. Just one time, just someone just goes, "Yep, Cheezels." Doesn't have to say anything else. Bye.
Frankly, do you need to say anything else if your answer is Cheezels?
Well,
I don't think so.
I want you as my lawyer. Your Honor. Jesus. I rest my case. What? No.
Pack up the briefcase, away I go. Sorted. One and done.
And then you trip over and the briefcase opens up and Cheezels will just spill out over the floor. You're just frantically packing your Cheezels back into your briefcase.
That was your defense? I'm in jail. What?
They just didn't understand the nuance of my defense. That's what it was.
That's true. Until you go into jail and you realize you're sharing, you walk into the cell that you're sharing and there's just like a kingpin in the corner and he's just got 5 Cheezle rings on his fingers and he's just like, you provided, what's the password? What's the password into the gang? The Cheezels. The E-Wing Cheezels. That's the toughest gang in prison.
So if you had cheese in prison,
shiv you.
If you have,
They don't shiv you. They
what do they do?
just get people with cheese allergies and they just bang! And they kill you with allergies.
That have
How
really
much cheese is actually in Cheezels?
bad puns with them. Like, the toughest Cheezels gang, toughest in the East Wing. It's just like when it comes to the crunch, just awful. Let's edit these parts out.
Hey, this is fun.
Nah.
I mean, don't fuck with the burger ring. So that's all the twisties. Like there's a whole. You can just keep going. You can keep going.
Do you know what? The
crisp.
saddest day of my life was when my fingers outgrew being able to put like burger rings and cheese on my fingers. So sad. Now it barely gets over the top of the tip, and it's just like I have to walk around with like cheesy fingertips. You don't want that. It's terrible.
It'd be great if you had a pen pal from like like third world country, and you're like, you wouldn't believe it. My fingers have got so fat, I can't get them in there. You don't know what suffering is. It's hard to write with my stubby fingers holding this pen.
Struggle. It's a daily struggle.
Yeah,
All right, I'm going to spin this bad boy. You guys ready? You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. Oh,
it's spinning. Yes. Let me get the list up while it slows down. All right. So, okay, number 9 tonight, gents. Number 9. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Number 9 tonight. Simon has given us this idea. Thank you, Simon. He wants us to rank. It's a nice, simple one tonight. Sometimes I like it when we get nice, simple ones. It's great. He would just like us to rank the best smell. The best smell.
Oh,
that's it. So
that's
sometimes
the best smell.
Yeah. This is fresh off our what desserts we pick out the bin episode. We've gone to the nice and easy one where it's just like, tell us what smells good. I'm all for this though. I'm all for this. Like I think I've got a few just already in my noggin, in my noodle, ready to rock and roll. Yeah. Ben looks like his brow is furrowed.
There's just so
no.
many.
Is it a matter of too many? Is there too many options?
It's
a matter of too many options. Well, they say it is the strongest sense. Like smell is the one that will trigger memory more than any other sense. Like it brings you home. Smell, and I see where that's coming from. Like when you cop a good smell, like there is just something like very carnal. Likewise, when you cop a bad smell,
That's right.
I was going to say that's when you use copper smell. It's only a bad one if you're copping it. You can't cop a good smell.
You can cop a good smell, but it's just like a good outcome.
Yeah. If someone says cop a smell of that, you generally know that's not going to be good.
Yeah, 100%.
It smells delicious.
Oh, delightful.
Oh, I'm generally surprised.
Smell of that. Ooh, lovely.
Copper whiff. Oh, copper whiff of that. It just doesn't sound good, does it?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's true. It sounds like you're preparing yourself for something bad to happen.
Yeah, you are 100%. Yeah. What are good things that are associated?
The Dutch courage of smells. Right, cop a sniff of that. You'll need it.
Go on, give us an example of where copping something is a good thing.
Where copping something is a good thing?
Yeah.
Copper
whiff, copper fist, cops.
Copper fist, copper
Cops can be good depending on which side you're on, I suppose.
Did you say copper win?
No, copper whiff. Copper whiff. Copper whiff of that.
Copper whiff. Cop $100. Hey, you want to cop $100? Yeah, I'll cop $100. I'll cop that on the chin. When you cop something on the chin, it's being accountable. It's taking ownership of maybe something that you've done wrong. So to cop something on the chin it's a pretty good thing to bear. I think.
Okay, fair enough. You've proved my point. No, you haven't. You've proved me wrong. That's more what I was trying to say.
You cop that, Liam. Cop that.
You've got to love someone who comes out of it going, exactly, you've proved my point. No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I meant the whole time.
It's just like that worst lawyer again. My Jesus, you're right. No, what? This
yes, but your Honor, he stabbed a man in the face. Yes,
just the worst fucking lawyer ever. Just like, exactly.
Lawyers like,
that's not what I said at all. Rest my case.
The evidence suggests that the man stabbed the person in the back of the head. That's what I said. Just in less words. Cheezels are great.
Cheezels.
Oh, man.
I Cheezels in all sorts of professional contexts, like Cheezle MD, like a medical doctor that just likes to treat everything with Cheezels.
Cheezle MD.
You're going to have a Cheezle empire here. You're going to have like an extended universe of Cheezels. Cheezle MD, Sergeant Cheezle.
Sergeant Cheezle.
Sergeant Cheezle, who's like a no holds barred, no nonsense.
Oh yeah, Sergeant Cheezle ain't fucking around
kind of person. Yeah, Sergeant Cheezle.
Yeah,
This
Sergeant
mission's
Smith.
impossible, sir. Impossible for many, but not for Sergeant Cheezel. Light the Cheezel torch in the sky. Sergeant Cheezel. Cheezels assemble.
There's 5 of them. All right, so who would like? Who's got one they would like to jump into the best smell?
Oh,
You guys are going through.
Yeah, I've got so many. I've got a few. Rattling around.
Okay, I will go first then because I feel like the one I have, like the other ones are pretty, I don't know, standard good smells. Well, I think this one could be as well, but I think I can sell this one as better than I can otherwise. So I will. I've gone in with confidence. I can't promise that I'll follow through.
Okay,
here we go. My 5 minutes begins right about now. You guys could probably actually speak to this and attest to this because you probably would have experienced my favorite smell quite recently, and Rob, you're about to, but you have when you've gone traveling before. My favorite smell, and you can get it here. It's not just exclusive to overseas. It's also here, and it depends on the time of day. It depends on the weather. Obviously, you'll find out why in a second. But my favorite smell has a very fancy word too. My favorite smell is petrichor. Do you guys know what petrichor is?
Yes.
Petrichor? No.
Petrichor. So petrichor is essentially the smell of rain after it's hit the surface of the ground, basically.
No, I don't know what petrichor is.
So you know,
no, I thought I did, but no.
No, it's the smell of rain, basically.
I know what you mean.
Is the best smell.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, on a nice spring morning, it's quite cool outside. It's probably been raining the night before, or even if the sprinklers have been on, you know, you walk outside and there's that definite smell of fresh water, like mingling with all of the dirt and the leaves. That doesn't sound very great, but it does. It smells so good. When you go to Southeast Asia, when they have like, you know, those 20 minutes bursts of insane rain, the smell right after that is just amazing. There's something coming out of like an air-conditioned hotel room or villa in those Southeast Asian countries where it's cold, it's quite, sterile, it's not that good. And you open that door and you get hit in the face with that humid wall and just the smell that comes along with that, which is just all the humidity and the water and the rain just all mingling together to make this amazing smell. It's a smell that gets me going in the morning. Like, you know, you get up in the morning for work. I'm not too sure what time you guys get up. Actually, Rob, you might be coming home from work at the time this probably starts. Sometimes. But I know when I get up for work, I get up early, like 5:30 every morning. And mornings aren't fun. You're getting up and you're like putting your clothes on. You're just walking around. As soon as you walk out that front door and that smell hits you, you're like, oh, it's like it's enlivening. It brings you up. It brings you in. You're like, oh, this is great. And you can ride that all the way to get to the office and it all goes away. But it's just a smell that just it reminds me of travel. It reminds me of going overseas. It actually reminds me of home a lot as well. Like, because we had a massive tree in our front yard growing up. And I still remember going out to the yard in the morning, into the garden, and just having that lovely smell of fresh rain, of petrichor, you know, walking through the rainforest. Oh my God, I can go on. I can go on just like walking through nature on like a cold, you know, damp, wet morning. You know when your clothes get damp and you're like, oh, this doesn't smell very good at all. Nature takes that and nature just makes this delightful scent out of it. And that is mine. Mine is petrichor. Petrichor. Done. I yield my time. Okay.
I've learned.
I mean, it feels. I've learned a little bit about Liam too. It feels like you've given something a fancy word though to make it sound better. Like you could have said rain. Yeah, you could have said rain, but instead you went petrichor, which I actually appreciate. But I enjoy learning about petrichor. But
it's not rain. It's the intermingling of rain with the surface and all the things in its surface. It's not just the rain per se. Because if you just catch rain in your hand and smell, it doesn't smell very good. It smells like water. But if it's once it's mingled with everything and it's made everything nice and wet and everything releases a smell, especially plants. Plants are the best for it. They just are. And it just smells amazing. You go on a retreat down south, you know, when you go to Margaret River and you wake up in the morning completely hungover from drinking 14 bottles of wine the night before.
Petrichor.
That's all you need.
But the timing, I mean, the timing's out of your hands, though, isn't it? I mean, morning rain. Because morning rain is pretty good. Waking up and there's this fresh rain, and petrichor in the country is. I mean, if you want good petrichor, get out of the city. But like you say, Southeast, like Asian petrichor, like in the wet season.
Yeah,
I mean that's pretty damn good petrichor. That's like high level petrichor, really.
Petrichor is going to lose all meaning in about 5 minutes. Petrichor. No, but it's true. No, it's true. Like if you got to get out of the city. But I mean, I live in the city and it's still pretty good around here. But you know, you don't get it so much when in the middle of Seoul or Tokyo or New York City. You're not going to get the best petrichor unless you're right on Central Park. But that doesn't have to be the morning. I just think the morning is the best time for it because that's usually the first thing that you know awakens your senses, your nostrils. Yes, that's mine, gentlemen.
I've got this image in my head of catching rain in your hands as well and being disappointed. You're like, oh, I got it. Oh damn it. It smells like
olive oil in one and rain in the other. I loved how you said it got you going. You were like, it really gets me going. And then you kept talking about being wet. And I was like, is this a kink for me? I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, cool.
No.
I don't know, mate.
So I wasn't too sure if you guys were thinking along those lines. Obviously not. But I was, because it's the only thing I had in my head. I thought I got to go first. I got to get it out there in case someone goes, you know,
petrichor.
My favorite.
No, it is a good smell. It's a good smell.
Petrichor.
I'll give
and
it
a great
to
word.
It's a damn good smell. And a good word. Good smell. Good word. Damn.
All round.
You guys can go back into the archives, listen to our best words episode. That's right, we did one of those. Go back and listen to it. It's quite fun.
We did best words. Oh, I'd love to do that one. Can I go next?
Of course.
Go for it.
Just because I've settled on one now, and I'm like, I think this is the only one.
Okay. Well, then I will start your 5 minutes right about now.
Your Honor, Cheezels. I rest my case. Sorry. No.
All right, Ben, that's it. There's a record. That's really good.
I mean, Cheezels do smell pretty good.
Natural. This, as general as this is, bear with me on this, right? I think food is the best smell. I know that's incredibly general.
Everyone's happy.
But
food broadly, food broadly.
Well, any cooked food, like food being cooked, right? And that's why I say
it's genius play. It's a genius. It's a genius play.
Right?
Genius play. Yep.
Even though that's completely general, there was a time before we cooked food where food. There was like a doco I saw recently, and they were talking about this. You know, whether it was an accident, whatever it was, but just how cooking food just brought it to another level. You could be miles away, or you could be wherever, and you could smell it, and so it was this difference from like what actually happens to us when food is heated, and that because I've always been used to cook food, but I was like, oh man, I've never even thought about that. But also just the fact that we are so tied to it, like we can find things pleasant. But if, it's probably because I'm fasting as well today. It's like, I'm hungry. And smelling any food just has that reaction where I'm like, that overrides everything. And any sense of like again, flowers or a pleasant smell or whatever, like air freshener, clean, wholesome, new sheets or whatever it is. Food for me, I think, is the one because it's tied to our survival. It's tied to, to so much with us. So again, I know it's incredibly and the ones that I have, like I could say a steak cooking for me, it's just like, get out of town. I love it. But if you've also got like pasta or like pasta sauce or anything like bolognese kind of going, garlic, all of those things that you walk in and instantly you are just like, it just does something to you. So rather than it just being like a mental thing, it's the way that it affects our body as well. And in bringing this all together, what's that called? In conclusion, Cheezels, I rest my case. Thanks, Your Honor.
No, I'm on board with that one. Do you know why? Because when you were saying that, I'm just going to stop the timer real quick. When you're saying like it's that when you catch it in the air, like I know when I go home to visit mum and dad, the first thing I smell when I come through the gate is whatever's cooking inside. And as soon as I smell that, I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'm about to eat. It's going to be good. So I can get aboard with that for sure. Oh, yeah. Yes.
See, I knew it started general, but I was like, bear with me. What smells good? Food.
Yeah. And Rob, did you see Rob's reaction? Rob was just like, what?
You took a lot off the table by talking about things on the table.
Sure.
There's a lot taken off the table now. Just by talking about food.
Great strategy. It's great.
That's why I got in there second. I was like, I'll take that, thank you.
Because now Rob can say absolutely any food. We'll be like, yeah, but Ben's already done that, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because I was, when smells came up, I was like all the things that came to mind were food. Like they're all food based, but specific things like baking breads, sauteing onions, just deliciously smelling things. Food, like food, steak. I mean, you touched on steak. Gosh damn, a barbecue. A barbecue's the best, man. Barbecue.
It
smells so good. So I am scrambling now a little bit.
I think the barbecue has like a period of time where it smells good. Because at the start, obviously not so good. Everything's raw. Obviously cooking, very nice. But if someone's not very good at barbecuing, everything starts burning. That's bad. So it's like a window. It's a window of opportunity for the barbecue. I reckon it's a sweet spot.
Yeah,
it's a sweet spot. God, I can actually remember smells from my childhood from food. Now that I think about it, like I can smell Christmas right now. I can smell Christmas. I can smell walking to the front door on Christmas Day, and I can smell exactly what that smelled like. And good answer. Good answer, Ben. I liked it a lot. Now, Rob, are you still struggling, or should I just start your 5 minutes and see what happens?
Well, we're just gonna have to get going here, because I'm toying with multiple options. Look, I think I'm just going to have to pick something.
All right. 5 minutes is a long time. We've now learned, because, I did mine in just over 3. Ben took 2 and a bit. So 5 minutes is quite a long time. So you've got like time to go through a whole process of like trying to work out, talk it out, see what you want to do. But your 5 minutes started 10 seconds ago. So you better get onto it.
Also, what was that?
I'm joking. I'm joking. I will start your time, good sir, right about now.
Okay. I'm still in the process of deciding, so I'm going to use my time to decide and to voice my process here, because you guys have said, petrichor and rain, could kind of be anywhere. And certainly there's a lot of smells that I relate to place, which I'm currently debating in my head. And food was a big one, and that was probably the one I was going to go. So, but then there's a third option, and the third option is the esoteric option.
What would this podcast be without Rob throwing out an esoteric option? Let's be real. Let's be real.
So right. I think like everything you guys have already said are kind of things I would have said, like the smell of rain. And there's a couple of specific locations I could go here, which aren't necessarily rain based. And you know what? I'm gonna pick one of them. I'm gonna go for it.
You're gonna pick a rain based place.
No, I'm not gonna pick rain based place. I'm gonna pick a smell.
Okay, well, good.
And that smell is the smell of the beach. I'm going to go with the beach.
Ah, very good.
The beach, it's that salty, sandy smell that's in the air. It's something very distinctive. And I think when you've grown up in Perth, Western Australia, we've grown up on coastline. And when you leave Perth and you live, I've lived in a few landlocked places, you really do come come back and appreciate what we actually have here. And I think even though I don't go to the beach as much as I probably would like to, every time I do, one of the first things that hits me in the face, quite literally, is that smell. It's almost like the smell of ground shells, ground little kind of seashells, like this floating through the air. And it hits that face, and it brings back not only a sense of what's to come, refreshment, relaxation, cleansing
Sharks.
as you dive into the water, but it also brings a sense of nostalgia, of childhood, of home for me. It reminds me of home. The place that I've grown up in is a place that I've always gone down to the beach, and think particularly when I've come back from overseas jaunts, and I come back, one of the first things I like to do when I come back is to go to the beach. And when I see that ocean, particularly if I've been somewhere landlocked, when I see that ocean, I just go, oh my gosh, like it brings me home. And then I get out of the car and I just get that sandy smell, particularly that Perth beach coming off the Indian, just wrapping around me. And I think, gosh, so it smells of home, and it smells of relaxation, and it smells of a fun activity I'm about to do. So it ticks all the boxes, and it's the one thing that I think will always kind of remind me of where I'm from. So I'm going to go the beach.
Nice one. That's a good answer as well. Oh no, it's going to be a fun little rank battle, I reckon. Goodness me, the beach is a big one. The beach is a big one for anyone born in Australia, I reckon. Not for you, Ben. You're not allowed to have the beach. But the beach. Well, then again, when you came here, you moved to the Sunshine Coast. That's beach aplenty. That's beach all over the place. Yeah. Do the beaches hit different here than over in Queensland?
Well, I did sign something when I came here in 1994 saying, the beaches are not for you. You can go to them, but they're not for you, or the smell that belongs to us. Yeah. So I've known that for quite some time.
We had to get something back on the Brits, didn't we?
That's right. Yeah. We've got everything else in a museum. Yeah. You can't have the smell. No, that's probably what I would have said as well. Is when I lived in Melbourne years back now, every time I would come home to Perth to visit, we would sort of drive along. Is it the foreshore sort of, where the freeway is that goes by the river there? Drive along by the river and just get that smell even from there. And I would have exactly the same feeling. I'd be like, I'm home. I'd feel relaxed. I'd feel really good. And so that's definitely a big one.
I think that's what it is, though. It's the relaxing smell that the beach gives, because, you're not working at the beach. Well, some people do, but you're not working at the beach, are you? You're going there to relax. You're going there to enjoy yourself. And, and we're very lucky to have some of the best beaches in the world, if not the best beaches in the world, depending on who you ask. And
we've
just got it in abundance. We should rank all the beaches in Australia. From
in the world.
In the world.
I joke, we would be right up there. Yeah,
we would be. I mean, it's just lovely. People come here for the beaches. That's what they do. And you're right. And the smell that the smell at the beach doesn't really change too much. Depends, though. I mean, maybe in Bali it might be different. Ben, can you speak to that? Do the beaches smell nice in Bali?
Nothing stands out for me. You know what I mean? I was like, there was a beach. I think they're certainly not as good as ours. Well,
that's what I'm saying,
certain
right?
parts at least.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's just not the same. There's a definite smell. I think the Frio Doctor does play a big part in that. Actually, like you said, Rob, the wind's coming off the Indian, because it brings that salty sea smell. Yeah, it brings the salty sea smell.
I think if you go to a beach in somewhere like Bali, which I've never been to Bali, going shortly, it's competing with lots of other things. It's more crowded, and there's often townships and cities built right on the side there, resorts, bars, other people, traffic. There's all other kind of things that are. But our beaches are so big and so long that you can just go to a beach and be like the only person there, and there's just so much sand and so much ocean. What you can smell is the beach. It's almost too much beach. It's never something feels too much.
No, that's true too. When you go to the Cheezels, when you go to the beach and it's like an absolute crowd, you're like, I ain't going there. The people, I will drive all the way down the coast to find one where there is no person. And I'll probably skip the nudie beach, and then on the other side keep going.
It's depressing looking at photos where people are crammed on a beach, where they've got their allocated space and a towel and then the next one and the next one. And it's just, again, because, we've just got so much space here. That's
people fighting over deck chairs on the bays of Menorca.
Yeah.
Like
Pebble Beach is back home in Blackpool or something. It's like, ugh, nasty.
That's meant to be one of the best beaches in Britain as well, isn't it? The one up there.
Is it?
Down there? I don't know. Fuck. I was hoping you'd know. I was kind of feeding it out going, it's good, right? The black sand beaches. No, thanks. No, thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Well, gentlemen, we've come. Or any other honorable mentions? I mean, because Rob said a few. Because you got the baking bread is really good. Anytime I smell just Asian food in general, like there's someone in our apartment complex who cooks like Chinese food. Holy crap, it smells good. It smells amazing. Brownies, just cakes in general, like fresh out the oven. What else?
Ooh. I said bread before, didn't I? Like, there's that like pastry, quiche, a quiche Lorraine, a good quiche Lorraine. My gosh, that's a good quiche Lorraine. Smell nice.
Rob, now it's your chance to rank all the foods.
Melted chocolate. I like the smell of booze. I like the smell of red wines. I like the smell of a good Scotch whiskey. I like the smell of beer. I like those. I like the smell of fried chips.
Oh yeah.
I'm just thinking purely of edible things at the moment.
No one's said petrol, have they?
Yeah. No, but do you know what? I'm with you on that. And do you know what else? Chlorine. I fucking love the smell of chlorine. I think it smells great.
Chlorine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like when I went to the pool, like as a kid, I used that smell. I'm not sure if it's nostalgic for me, but like, the smell of chlorine, not like just straight chlorine,
Sure.
a handful of it going. Oh. No, I'm talking about like the diluted in the pool kind of that smell. Yeah, I used to love it. I still do. Yeah.
Okay,
was
that
petrol
makes sense.
then, or
No. Petrol, I like the smell of it a little bit. Like I used to love it as a kid, but you also. I'm just wary here. I'm like, all right, guys, I don't sniff petrol.
No, of course no. I saw you stop then. I was just like,
the more I tried to dig myself out of this, the was going to like, is this guy all right? Do you have a problem? Like, so anyway, I mean, I just do it 2 to 3 times a day. I got some in there right now. No, it's you know what I mean, don't you? Like the smell of petrol, but then it gets too much. It's like, ugh, that's definitely chemical.
It's a short time. It's a short time one because then you do start to feel a bit dizzy. But no, I get what you mean though. I do like the smell of petrol. In the morning. What else? What are some weird things? What are some things that you guys like the smell of that other people would be like, no thanks?
Money.
Yeah, money.
Money's got a smell to it, like actual money.
What,
Ben
like
just thought of
currency?
what is it, Ben?
Like hard currency money.
Hard currency, hard currency, paper money, like USDs.
You don't just pull a handful of coins out of your pocket at work just to get yourself going.
Oh, that does smell.
Honey?
Like the shrapnel.
Yeah, that does. Yeah. I mean, where have those? The petrichor? Thank you. Exactly. Rainforest is like pure petrichor.
Yeah, exactly. It says petrichor everywhere. It's a petrichor overload. As I was going to go rainforest, and I realized it's petrichor. It should be called a petrichor forest.
Yeah, it's true. Missed the trick there.
I'm going to say a Chinese restaurant and a patisserie. Both those places smell delicious. Yeah. They're all food based, as you can see. I'm playing to form here. A cinema. I like the smell of a cinema because you got that kind of popcorny smell. Like it's kind of this like ooh.
As someone who worked at one for nearly 10 years, it gives me PTSD now.
When the corns start popping, Liam just jumps to the floor.
We had this. Do you know what though? Do you know what stunk with that? That we had to we used to get this massive vat or like 20 kilogram of oil, right? And we had this like heat wand that you'd put into it to start melting it. And the smell of that oil was rancid. I know we're talking about the best smells, but that smell was utterly horrible. So was the flavicol. The flavicol was like this butter substitute we used to put in with the oil. So you put this terrible smelling thing in with this terrible smelling thing and get a delicious treat. 2 negatives. make it positive.
Oh yeah, that oil stuff. My gosh, yeah, I remember that. And
that's when you said fried chips before. You said fried chips before, and I was just like, that those can smell real bad. Like if you get the old oil, that smells no good. That's no good.
Oh, but But we're working on the assumption when we're talking about best smells that we're not talking about the crap version of it.
You might love
like food. Like Ben, I'm going to rank food, and I'm like, what? Like bloody Szechuan pepper? Like what? No, like, you know what I mean? Like it's like
peas,
like rotten cabbage.
I love the smell of
like
peas.
Rotten cabbage. I mean, to be fair, like peas, exactly.
Yeah,
peas. Oh, you're on a peas. I rest my case. Like we're talking about the good equivalents.
Yeah. Well, Ben, you had like a eureka moment just a little bit ago.
Yeah,
what was that about?
Because Mel, my partner, as you guys know, my partner Mel, she has a thing with vitamin C. Like there's
you were saying this last time. Yeah,
she hates it. Like has this like no. Bought me another moisturizer so that because she didn't want to kiss me anymore. Yeah.
It's a shame though, because you love it. You love the smell of vitamin C.
Well, I don't notice it. I just thought I thought it was, had some sort of fragrance. I didn't know that was the smell of like vitamin C, but apparently it is. I don't know. But
apparently
again, it's the celery for me. Like it's her celery that we smell.
Yeah, you love it.
I'm going to say that, whoever you're attracted to, be it, whatever person you're attracted to, when we apply things to our bodies to smell good. For example, for me, it's like a woman's perfume. Like when sometimes you walk into an elevator and there'll be that, like you just cop that smell of perfume and you go, like there's something kind of something beautiful about that. And I imagine like good colognes would be the same. Like there's some, those things are designed to smell nice, but those things are good. I would put those in the rank.
They are good. I agree. I'm actually surprised that that's only just come up now. Because I don't think there's nothing better than a good cologne or perfume. Beautiful. Like Ben. Go on, Ben.
Go.
There you go. I insist.
I'm just.
So what it is, it's like.
I'm just really surprised that no one said Lynx Africa.
It goes without saying.
It was a given, wasn't it?
I think we had. Yeah,
it's the best smell in history. It'd be too obvious.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Are we ready to chuck some ranks out there? What do you say?
Once you get going, like the smell of the country, like when you get out of the city, you go to the country, and you step out of the car, and you're in a field.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing.
Fresh air.
Like, gosh, damn it. Fresh air. Like there's so many good smells out there.
You might call me crazy, but sometimes when you're out in the country, the smell of just the animals, although it's not a great smell, it's not a bad smell. Yeah. It's quite a nice smell because you're like, oh, that's where I'm out here now. I'm out here in nature. It is quite nice in a certain way. But I think this is the problem with the smells topic is because it's so vast and so broad. You could literally say
it's broad.
Anything.
It's where you spend your time too. And we've talked a little bit. I just want to shout out to certain environments too, because it depends what you like. Like when I like to go to the cinema, so like I say cinema. But like I think like a pool hall has a certain smell to it. I think a bowling alley has a smell to it. And I think that like another personal one for me is like a massage parlor. Like that smell of like that oil that they use. Like that for me just makes me feel relaxed. Like there's good smells.
Do you know what? Smells really good? A tattoo parlor smells really good too, because that's just full of like.
There you go. Good example.
It's like Dettol and cleaning stuff. It just smells clean. Well, a good tattoo parlor smells clean anyway. Not all of them do. But yeah, no, that's a good one.
That's funny though, isn't it? Because it's like when you just said that, I was like, oh, so it smells like a hospital. That's not what I think of as good, but I think your mindset is different if you're going to get a tattoo done. You want to know. That smells.
Yes, exactly right.
I don't necessarily like the smell of like disinfectant, but I'm glad it's there.
Yeah, but that's a really good point. It's a really good point though. It's hugely circumstantial because it is the same smell essentially. Like a tattoo parlor in a hospital is a very similar smell, but But in a tattoo parlor, it smells like occupational health and safety and infection control.
I love that smell in a tattoo parlor. When someone's about to apply your body with a needle, I love that smell.
This smells like a responsible business.
It smells like a license.
You may have
license.
You may have my skin. Proceed. Actually, on the flip side of that, do you know what smells horrible before we get into the rank? Piercing places. Piercing places, I always think smell like... Well, they wouldn't smell very good either.
That's
the troughs at Oktoberfest would smell terrible. Yeah.
Who's going in there going, oh, I can't get enough of it?
Piercing. I love the smell of those piercing places. Oh, it reminds me of home. Whenever I'm feeling stressed, I just go into a pissing place and take a deep breath.
No more troubles.
Oh man!
Oh, that's gross. Oh.
It's pretty gross. It's pretty gross.
Not for me. I love it. Oh.
All right, gentlemen, we've come to that time. Time for serious business. Who wants to go first? Well, who wants to go first? Rob, you have to go first. You have to rank first because you went last.
I do have to rank first, and gosh damn it.
This is a tricky one.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, purely because I think it's too general and too broad. I'm going to go food.
Oh,
and because food is good smells, but it's also got bad smells in food. So I think if you're going to go with food and not be more specific to like bread baking in the oven, then I'm gonna I'm gonna throw peas in there. I'm gonna throw
on that
less interesting things in there.
On that dough, if you're gonna do that, then the beach has to have the sheep ship coming off the smell coming off the ocean. You're gonna have the rotting carcasses coming up on the shore. Do you want to include all that as well in yours? The beach?
What, rotting carcasses?
Sure, whales. People, maybe. You don't know.
Beaches are you going to, Liam?
I'm just saying. Well, the ships that carry the livestock have that smell that comes over, that gets wafts over. All I'm saying is, if you're going to generalize one, you got to generalize yourself as well.
I'm with you. It's just, when you go to the beach and there's just like a rotting carcass,
it happens too often. It's a big problem.
I swear to God, it was like this when I found it. Your Honor, my client did not kill this man. He just happens to be there all the time by these carcasses. Cheezels, rest my case. Thank you. Yes.
Well, fine. But I'm going to ignore that piece of advice you gave me there. I mean, I'm still going to go with food last. Of course. And then I'm going to go between beach and petrichor. I'm still going to stick with beach. I'm going to stick with beach because the tiebreaker is, where would I rather be, in the rain or by the beach on a sunny day? And
it's not raining when it's petrichor. The rain is finished when it's petrichor.
It's post-rain.
Yeah, it's post-rain.
Yeah, that is a pretty magical. Actually, okay.
Whoa! No leading the witness, Your Honor. Hold on, hang on a minute.
I said it. I said beach number one. I'm going to go beach number one. I'm going to go petrichor two. You almost had me there, Liam. You almost fooled me. Damn it! You and your cheezels.
That's what it's all about. All right.
The cheezel defense, Your Honor. I didn't mean to, but he had cheezels.
Yeah. Oh, you must. No one has cheezels. Could be evil. All right, Ben. Ben, it's your turn. How will you rank this evening's rank?
I'm going to go with the beach, number one.
Number one for the beach?
Because that would have been my second choice. That was the one that was most immediate in my head. And then, so I can do between...
You've done number one now, so who are you putting second, who are you putting last?
I've got to go food. I've got to go food. I like petrichor. I mean, I don't mind it, but I feel like. I can see what it does for you. If we were out like walking and you started banging on about petrichor, I'd be like, all right, cool. And then you'd be like, no, this is really getting me going. And I'd be like, all right, cool.
I wouldn't have to bang on about it. You know why? Because after this episode, next time you go out, you can be like, oh, that's what he means. Oh, that's really good.
I know
okay.
what you're talking
That's
about. It's not like I haven't smelled it before. I feel like it's a band that, you love and I've listened to and gone, great.
Is Petrichor a death metal band or a folk band? That's my question.
No, it's just a band that's fine. It's like
so a folk band. Then
it's not offensive. I just kind of go, yeah, they're all right. I mean, would I pay to see them? Probably not. Maybe I have ignorant nose. Maybe I have an ignorant nose. Who knows?
An ignorant nose.
An unrefined palate.
Unrefined nose palate.
Nose palate. Jinx. All right. All right. It's my turn then. It's my turn. And I'm struggling. I'm struggling because these are all smells I love. And they're all smells that bring me joy and trigger memories, but there are definitely some that trigger more memories. That's what I'm going to base mine on today. So that said, number 3 for me, based on memories, is only because I don't actually go that much, is actually going to be the beach. Because I don't go all that often. And whilst I do love the smell, I think the other 2 ring more true to my heart. Number two, I'm going to put myself. I'm going to put Petrichor number 2 because whilst I love me some Petrichor. I really, really do. It's something that I think is it's periodical. I can't necessarily think of one time where I've been like, I remember that Petrichor, or I remember that Petrichor. But you know what I do remember? Like when I said when Ben was doing his rank, I remember that Christmas. The smell right now. I can smell it in my mind's brain. What? Sure. I can smell it like in here. It's like stuck in my nostrils. I can smell it. It brings back memories. It's fantastic. I can hear the music playing, Dean Martin playing as Mum was cooking up all the feasts. I can smell it. Number 1 is, as general as it is, I think the way Ben described it was actually quite ungeneral. My English is fantastic.
To be honest, I could actually flip mine. Like I could actually go, actually go.
I could
the
too.
opposite way. Like so. I was bitter. That's what I was when I said food at 3. I was bitter. I was smelling. The sweet smell of revenge.
No one put that. That would have been great. My
smell of
favorite
revenge.
smell is the smell of revenge. I love it. The tears, the suffering, the misery of my nemesis. I can't get enough.
The futility of it all, the inevitable consequences and repercussions. Love that revenge. Success, a sweet smell of success is also the other one I was contemplating.
Because when we did the language episode a little while back, I was the only one who did an actual language. I think Rob, you did language of you or Taryn did the love, and then you did maths.
I did mathematics.
Which
is a language.
So I'm not saying it's not. Don't worry about it. Don't get defensive. What I'm saying is they were off out of the cuff answers. So it would have been nice to get the smell of success or smell of revenge, because that would have been quite interesting to see you argue it. But we didn't get there. But we do have a rank. We have a 3-1. Let's get it done.
God.
Going around the horn. Number 3 tonight, even though it's a fantastic smell, is Petrichor. Number 2 is Mr. Ben. With?
Did you forget my name then?
No, I was building suspense, Ben. I was building suspense.
Like we had beers the other day, man. I know I've only done this a couple of times, but we hang out outside of this.
No.
What's happening? Is he reading my name?
Okay, remind me not to build suspense around you ever again. Straight to the point, Ben. Number 2. What's?
Suspense. I was suspenseful. I was like, do I need to fill him in here? Do I need to say this?
Yeah. Well, if you were suspenseful, I did my job. Number 2. What was your rank tonight, Ben? You had.
What did I? Oh, what?
Food. Just food.
Oh, food. What did I do? Yeah, I chose food.
Yeah. And number 1.
And you know what? Now I'm also thinking. I'm like, yes, that is also great because how it's so closely tied to taste. You know, like you can smell something. And,
yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can taste the beach as well, but it's normally like
you're not doing it right.
Oh, Ed, I'm drowning. I can taste the beach.
Oh, I can't wait to get back and taste that beach. You sure you're doing that right, mate? Okay.
Yeah.
Drink that.
Well, that's a nice handful of sand.
Oh, I would love to see someone just casually walk down to the beach, just super casually.
This feels like something Tony Abbott should have done back in the day. Like, you know, after eating an onion, just like a handful of sand, just to show how Australian he was. Like,
he probably would have done it.
Yeah.
And number one tonight, Mr. Rob with
a beach.
The beach. That's right.
The beach.
Well done, gents. That was a fun little ditty.
Are there still no horns here?
No horns.
Still what?
I mean, to be fair, you did say you were going to prepare them for this one.
Well, I mean, I'll do a mouth trumpet. You know, I think you should do it again. I feel like there's got to be. It's the showman in me, kind of going like, "Hey, where's the fanfare? Where's the?"
And ladies and gentlemen, number one this evening with 5 votes, Rob Pollard with his answer, the beach.
Winner, chicken dinner.
That got me going.
There we go.
See, now you feel like you've won something, don't you?
I feel like I've won something. It smells like success to me.
All right, that's our new thing now. I will announce it like I'm Bruce Buffer announcing the UFC. That's what we're going to do. Right. Or his brother Michael, who does the let's get ready. I can't do that. I can't do that because he'll probably sue us.
Oh, I was going to say he earns off of that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He's trademarked. So there's so we can't actually say it. So there's let's get ready to and then there's
let's get ready to tumble.
It's time.
It's clock.
You know.
Yep.
It's clock. Yep. Yeah. I'm just trying to think if you could so they just pick one and then they nail it. I wonder if there's a smell version of this like.
Petrichor!
Are you ready to smell victory? What's that smell? Victory!
It's
okay.
Food! It's great. All right, Jans, we got to wrap this bad boy out. Rob, any final thoughts? Ben, any final thoughts? Any final thoughts is the question I'm asking.
Look, sure. I think sometimes life is hard and stressful, and things can and can disorientate us, put our lives into disarray. And we need a compass. We need a North Star that brings us back on course, something that relaxes our body, something that tells us everything's going to be okay. And sometimes there's nothing more powerful than a good smell. Whether it's the beach, whether it's fried onions, whatever it might be, that thing can petrichor.
Thank you.
Something that might help orientate you, bring you back home, comfort you, relax you, and help you get up again and get you going, as Liam says. That's it. Smell.
Lovely.
It's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing.
It's a powerful thing.
Senses.
Never do it. Lovely, guys. Thank you very much for joining us once again. Leave a comment down below. What's your favorite smell? Tell us all your things. Like, share, subscribe, give us 5 stars, do all the fun stuff. Thank you very much. We will see you next time.
Smell you later.